I mean, it's insane. The ROI for some of the Armory Collection skins is still so much down, and there's actually no light of recovering. I mean, I don't think that there's potential for these to recover to like 100%. Meanwhile, the Aphrodite AK is definitely sitting over 100%, which is still kinda insane in my opinion, and the Elemental Craft stickers have also slightly recovered, and also the 2025 Community Sticker Collection. These are kinda interesting right now, with having way higher ROIs than any of the skin collection. I mean, Sport and Field is currently on top. For me, the actual craziest part about the Armory are the Dr. Boom charms, and to be exact, this Butane Buddy Charm. As you know, it is a very desirable charm, and over the past few months, ever since it has been released, it has only went up in price, which is the craziest thing for me. Yes, not all of these are very desirable, because if you have more liquid inside, it's way more expensive, and this red charm is carrying this whole collection by itself. That's why the ROI is still up there. There's people that are willing to overpay for these charms. I myself have sold a charm with pattern template somewhere around like 780 or something like that for almost like 300 euros. It was absolutely insane, and as you can see, some of these charms are listed for 200. For example, this one has pretty much a lot of liquid inside, and it could be worth reselling it actually, because I've profited even on a Versa charm. I mean, obviously it's always about supply and demand, and some of these full charms for people that have, for example, nice green loadouts, they are willing to overpay for these charms. I'm not saying that this one is a guaranteed profit, but I think it is a nice collection piece that you could have. I mean, right now these Butane Buddy Charms aren't dropping in price really if you want a full liquid one, right? So I think it has a lot of potential, and I think until the next Armory rotation or something like that, these could still be stable. So definitely a nice skin to take a look at. Are you tired of super expensive steams upon the community market and you want to buy some new ones? Upon Skinland, you have the best possible market prices for these skins. No hidden commissions, a 24/7 service, 100% safe, and you get immediate payouts. Skinland also pays out instantly, so you don't have to wait for your balance to arrive. Ever since the latest WoW update, you can still trade your skins here and legends trade here. Skinland is the official partner of Vitality. The best work with the best, even Vitality chooses Skinland. And if you want to sell your skins, here's a bonus for you. If you use my promo code RubyJetski, you get $10 for free if you sell your skins for $100. And thank you Skinland for sponsoring this video. The Desert Eagle Bronze Deco from the Chroma 2 collection, one of my most favorite collections ever. For example, ever since the gold trade up update, this collection is one of the most desirable ones just because of the ruby knives, for example. In the factory new condition, I definitely think that this skin has a lot of potential ever since it's not too expensive. It's staying very stable upon the markets because it has a lot of demand. A lot of people use these for trade ups, and also like it's a clean looking skin in CS2, right? I mean, we can't lie, for €1 in the factory new condition, and that's on a Steam community market. You can't do much wrong here, and on third party websites you could find these even cheaper and buy them in bulk, put them in a storage unit. I think there's definitely a lot of potential ever since the factory new skins will be the most desirable ones. A lot of people will be going for these just because of the trade ups, right? Obviously you need a lot of mil specs just to get one red skin, for example, from this collection, but I think it still has a lot of potential. Just take a look at these skins. You can grab just one, use it as a play skin, and maybe it can go up in value over the next few years. As you can see, this skin was around like 50 cents before the gold trade up update, somewhere in that area, and then we've peaked at €1.50, went all the way down, then we've risen to 150 again, and right now for €1 we've already rebounded. So I think there's definitely some potential to these skins, because you also need to understand that the Chroma 2 case, the supply of it is only decreasing with every single day. A lot of people enjoy these cases, they are opening them, unlike some other cases like Falchion and so on, because people really don't care about the shadow case and the shadow daggers, right? But in these cases you could hit something great, right? Even though the gold trade up update happened and most of the knives are down, some of the knives are still expensive in the ruby versions that are in the Chroma 2 case. And obviously this case has always been very bullish. Right now we've slightly came all the way down to like €4.60, so there could be some potential to buy these on third-party websites. This would be a good suggestion in my opinion, ever since these cases always come back down and then they rise even more because the supply of these is only decreasing. If you want to win this MP9 Arctic 3-tone, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up on this video, and comment something down below. I will be choosing a random comment. I wish to all of you the best of luck, and let's get right into the next investment on our list. Alright, here's an interesting part about the AK-47, the Oligarch from the Genesis collection. Ever since this collection is getting a lot of hate and the price for the terminal is falling even lower. We're reaching all-time lows for the Genesis collection terminal, but I still think that the AK-47 Oligarch is a very beautiful looking play skin you should be definitely taking a look at, since we're at all-time lows right now upon the market. I'm not selling it. Yes, obviously we cannot use these for trade-ups. This is the most unfortunate part, but there's a lot of potential that Valve eventually is gonna remove this terminal from the game, and at that point it would be a very smart move maybe to sell your Genesis skins into the hype and then rebuy them again when the hype drops, if it's gonna drop. And that's why you should always do your own research upon these investments, because yes, it's sometimes very volatile, but I think this AK is very cheap right now. Factory new condition went from all the way from like 1,000 euros all the way down to like 300 right now, and minimal wear is even cheaper. You can get minimal wear for 100 maybe on third-party websites, even cheaper. We'll have to see where these skins go, but I think we've reached the bottom. That's at least just my own prediction. Obviously, if the Genesis terminal is gonna stay now like 5 years in the game, prices could certainly go lower, but if it's only gonna be like 1 more year or maybe even less, I think these skins have a lot of potential. Well, it's always like that with souvenir packages. At least it was always like that in the past. When they get hyped, they reach a new all-time high, for example like 5 euros something, 5 euros 39, and then right now we've already reached the same price they've been selling at before. This is kind of crazy, I understand, but sometimes you need to sell into the hype to make some profits, unless you're investing long term. If you're planning to keep these souvenir packages for like many years to come, this is definitely solid advice, but you should have sold some into the hype as well, because this was an easy profit in my opinion. Something very interesting about the AK-47 X-Ray, and there's like 6,000 of them in existence in all of the conditions, right? But up on the Steam community market, there's none listed in the factory new condition, there's none listed in the minimal wear condition, there's only some in field tested. To be exact, 3 pieces are selling right now, 4 pieces in the well 1 condition, which is actually way rarer, and Battle Scout as well, 5 pieces. One of these currently has been sold, I think, or something like that. As you can see, the prices have been up there in 2021 ever since we've been all the way down, and right now in 2026 we're still at an all-time high. I mean 545 euros for the cheapest Battle Scout. On third-party websites you'll definitely find some better deals up on these. Halo collection is very rare, yes, but with the whole market crash currently going on, these AKs are still kinda rare and collector's pieces. Also, I'm pretty sure we will see some nice souvenir crafts up on these AKs, and they could be going for some overpay. At least it's just my own prediction. I mean, it's definitely suiting with some gold stickers up on it. This CAR-20 Cardiac from the Vanguard collection, not a lot of people talk about this collection right now, but this skin was very pumped in the factory new condition. Yes, it's looking very clean. I have it myself in a field tested condition, unfortunately not the factory new one, but right now could be a very big opportunity for you. As you can see, the factory new condition went all the way from 60 euros currently to selling for like what, 24, 29, the cheapest listed. On third-party websites you could find even better deals. It's a similar price before the gold trade-up update. I think it's definitely very interesting, the graph of this skin, how much it pretty much crashed in just a few days. And also I was thinking that the Vanguard case was slightly overpriced, and well, we came all the way from like 7 euros and 60 cents all the way down to almost like 6 euros exactly right now, which is kind of insane. On third-party websites you could grab these cases even for cheaper. As you can see, there's only 3,700 listed of these. Obviously not a lot of people are opening these cases because they're not the most demanded, but I still think that some of the skins inside here are very beautiful. For example, I remember owning this skin and I was not appreciating it enough, to be honest. Ever since it has risen a lot. Right now the factory new condition is worth around like what, 130 euros up on the Steam community market, or 140. It's around the same area as the field tested condition and the minimal wear. The price difference is like 40 euros. It's not that big in my opinion, and the factory new condition is definitely not pumped. I think there's a lot of potential if you're gonna grab it. Obviously the factory new condition is gonna serve its purpose. You will still have some scratches up on it, but I think it's a great pickup. 250 euros, and right now we've also crashed all the way down. I mean, the crash is maybe not even over yet, but I think it's a great opportunity right now, because at the end of the day it's always about timing the market correctly, because at the end of the day you cannot predict the future. But this is generally just my advice. And also, if you haven't gotten maybe a Mac 10 propaganda by now from the Train 20 and 21 collection, right now could be also a great time, because these skins have also fallen in price by a lot. To be exact, over 100 euros up on the Steam community market, these skins have fallen. They could be rebounding slightly in the next few days, but that's also not guaranteed. That's why you should always be making your own research. The Train 20 and 21 collection is a video by its own, so that's why if you're interested in any further videos, definitely subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up on this video as well, and comment something down below for the giveaways I've already said. And as always, I see you in the next video.